I was watching Glenn Beck a few days ago, and I saw him again making fun of Al Gore and global warming, and something just clicked in my head. Why do these people exist on this planet, these crackpots who can get so many people's attention and turn them against the truth? So here and now I'm going to say that Glenn Beck is a bad father and will be an even worse grandfather someday. And here are the reasons I can say this. Let's say that a father goes into a hospital with a very sick child, and his child is examined by 5 internists and then by 5 specialists. All 10 doctors say that the man's child needs an operation immediately. However, one general practitioner who is working for the finance office takes the elevator upstairs and, with just a cursory glance at the sick child's chart, and with not even one word of discussion with any of the 10 doctors, tells the man that there is nothing wrong with his child and that they both can go home. And the man says, "Okay, sounds reasonable to me." And he takes his child home, and for the next 2 months, while his child gets sicker and sicker, goes up and down the street, telling his neighbors what a bunch of bozos those 10 doctors were. And then, of course, the child dies. This is exactly what is happening in the global warming discussion. Thousands of atmosphere experts are telling us that the world is heating up. But the Glenn Becks and the George Wills, who feel that they can just believe whatever they want to believe, are on TV making fun of Al Gore and global warming. Al Gore, who, like the doctors in the hospital, is trying to save lives. In the case of Al Gore, Glenn Beck's grandchildren's lives. And Glenn Beck makes fun of Al Gore. But you say that Glenn Beck is just expressing his opinion, and I say no, he is not. He is on TV talking to millions of people, telling them that there is nothing to worry about regarding global warming. Just like that man going up and down the street telling his neighbors about the 10 bozo doctors, Glenn Beck is telling the world that these great scientists are bozos too. How many of that father with a sick child's neighbors might avoid going to one of those 10 dedicated doctors? How many people in America are telling themselves that Glenn Beck is right and do nothing to help the cause to stop global warming? It is more than pathetic what Glenn Beck is doing. Glenn Beck does not have the right to say such things on TV. Am I wrong about this? Do people have the right to call the great scientists of the world bozos on TV and thereby condemn millions of children to unthinkable suffering? I repeat, all the experts are telling us what is going to happen to the world if carbon dioxide continues to increase. But the Glenn Becks just accept the words of a minuscule minority. Based on what? Based only on wanting to believe that something is not happening, and ultimately based on economic reasons. That is what this is all about, believing anything. 72 virgins waiting in heaven, Noah's Ark, a 6,000-year-old planet, reincarnation. It's simple. All you have to do is believe it. All you have to do is ignore the 10 doctors trying to save your child's life and gleefully accept the words of the GP from the hospital's financial office. So simple and so criminal. Planet Earth will continue around the sun for a long time to come. But life on this planet continuing is a whole different matter. Consider this. If the Earth were just a little closer to the sun, the oceans would boil off and be gone, just like Mars. This is not science fiction. And if the Earth were just a little further away from the sun, the oceans would freeze. We are right now, for all intents and purposes, moving closer to the sun. But the Glenn Becks of the world don't consider. They believe. And they believe whatever they want to believe. Religion is what you believe in. Science is not. Science is something you can't believe in or not believe in. Science is reality. 100% reality. Not mistake-free, of course, but still always reality. And the only person who can think that scientists are mistaken about global warming are those who want to believe that they are mistaken. They are non-thinkers. But smart people explaining things to non-thinkers is just like banging your head against the wall. Have you ever tried to talk to a young earth nut? Don't waste your breath. No matter how many valid scientific charts are used, they'll come back at you with their own chart. That is the way they think. Well, you have a chart. Hey, I can make a chart too. So, my argument is as good as your argument. We both have charts. That is the depth of their thinking. As sure as the sun is going to come up tomorrow morning, millions of children are going to die if the atmosphere continues to change and temperatures rise. And I swear to God that anyone who says differently is abetting mass murder multiplied 1,000 times. Let's wind this up with the words of George Washington that Barack Obama quoted in his inaugural speech. Let it be told to the future world that in the depth of winter, when nothing but hope and virtue could survive, that the city and the country, alarmed at one common danger, came forth to meet it. Well, Al Gore is going forth to meet it. No thanks to Glenn Beck, a very bad father and an even worse future grandfather. The excellent and elite scientists of this world are telling us what is happening. They are Captain Chelsea B. Sully Sullenberger types, good and intelligent and caring and able. They are telling us what is going to happen, and the Glenn Becks are trying to get these scientists out of the cockpit.
Oh, whither away, my bonny May? Sae late and sae far in the gloaming, the mist gathers grey o'er moorland and brae. Oh, whither sae far